Hello, viewers of Jonathan George Villarreal's World Emporium. I am Jonathan George Villarreal, and I'm excited to share with you how we can expand our knowledge of the world through the English language. Our videos cover a range of topics such as literature, history, science, and more to provide you with a well-rounded learning experience, regardless of whether you're a beginner or an experienced learner. Our expertly curated videos offer captivating and enlightening content to help you enhance your language proficiency. Today, I would like to talk about the importance of protecting horseshoe crabs, a species of marine arthropod that plays a significant role in various fields, especially in medicine and ecology. Horseshoe crabs have been utilized for centuries as a source of sustenance, as food, fertilizer, and bait. However, in recent years, their medical significance have come into focus. The blue blood of horseshoe crabs contains a substance known as Limulus amoebaceae lysate (LAL), which plays a critical role in detecting bacterial endotoxins in drugs and vaccines. The LAL test is a standard method used by the pharmaceutical industry to ensure the safety of their products. Without horseshoe crabs, this test would be impossible and the safety of medical products would be severely compromised. Beyond their medical importance, horseshoe crabs play a crucial role in maintaining the ecological balance of our planet. They are an essential part of the food chain, serving as a critical source of food for migratory birds and some marine species. Moreover, the eggs provide vital nutrition for migratory shorebirds during their long journey from the Arctic to South America. Despite their immense significance, horseshoe crabs are facing a severe decline in population due to overfishing, habitat destruction, and climate change. This decline is not only a threat to the species but also to the entire ecosystem. Therefore, it is imperative to take immediate action to protect them and their habitat. To protect horseshoe crabs, we must first comprehend their behavior and habitat. They primarily inhabit shallow coastal waters, and their breeding seasons occurs in the spring. During this period, they come ashore to lay their eggs. Therefore, we must safeguard their nesting sites and ensure that their habitats are free from pollution and other harmful factors. We can also contribute to the conservation of horseshoe crabs by supporting sustainable fishing practices and reducing the demand for their use as bait. Additionally, we can advocate for the implementation of regulations that limit the harvest of horseshoe crabs. By doing so, we can guarantee the preservation of their species and maintain the delicate balance of our planet's ecology. As the saying goes, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. This phrase reminds us that it is our responsibility to protect the environment and preserve its resources for future generations. The survival of horseshoe crabs is a critical part of this responsibility. In the words of the famous environmental activist Wangari Maathai, the environment and the economy are really both two sides of the same coin. If we cannot sustain the environment, we cannot sustain ourselves. Wangari Maathai's words underscore the importance of balancing economic growth with environmental conservation, and the survival of horseshoe crabs is critical to this balance. Furthermore, protecting horseshoe crabs and their habitat is not only an environmental issue, but it is also a matter of social responsibility. As the legendary anthropologist Margaret Mead once said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. This quote emphasizes that individuals have the power to bring about change, and it is through collective action that we can achieve meaningful results. It is also crucial to recognize that protecting the environment is not solely the responsibility of individuals or communities, but also of governments and corporations. In the words of former US President Barack Obama, we are the first generation to feel the impact of climate change and the last generation that can do something about it. This statement highlights the urgency of the situation and emphasizes the need for action at all levels of society. Governments can play a crucial role in conservation efforts by implementing regulations that limit the habitat of horseshoe crabs and protect their nesting sites. Cooperation can support sustainable fishing practices and reduce the demand for horseshoe crabs as bait. Individuals can also contribute by advocating for the conservation of horseshoe crabs, supporting sustainable practices, and reducing their environmental footprint. As we work towards the preservation of horseshoe crabs and the habitats, we must also acknowledge that this effort is just one part of a more comprehensive conservation strategy. We must address the broader issues of overfishing, habitat destruction, and climate change to ensure the survival of our species and maintain the ecological balance of our planet. In conclusion, horseshoe crabs are not only intriguing creatures, but they are also critical to our well-being and the environment. Protecting them, their habitat, and the ecosystem they support is vital to the survival of our planet. Thank you for joining me on this episode. Your questions, comments, and feedback are always welcome and appreciated. So please don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, please do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting and enlightening content by hitting the notification bell. You'll be sure to never miss any very exciting and thought-provoking episodes. Don't forget to share our channel with your friends and family who may also find our content beneficial. We are committed to providing you with high-quality, well-researched, engaging content that will help you improve your English language skills and expand your knowledge.